What's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Topic of Discussion. I'm your host, Miles Berry. Without further introduction, let's get right into it. So today is going to be like a continuation or a part two to the episode yesterday, which was a step-by-step process, right? So just a brief kind of just an introduction and description of what yesterday was it's a step by step process. So if God gives us a path to walk down, it's a step by step process to go down that path. It's a step by step process to do the things that we need to do in life because it's all a process and we're taking step by step to get there. And we're taking step by step forward and not step by step back. But we're understanding that it's a step by step process to get to everything or everyone that we want to get to in life, right? So, this part two or the continuation from that episode is it's all part of the journey, right? It's all part of the journey. So how I'm gonna tie this all in is we take the step by step process, and as we take that step by step process, the things that we encounter or the fear that we're gonna get from going down the path that we're not sure what's ahead of us, the fear of not knowing what's next, the fear of losing people and not knowing how we're gonna get through it, the fear of life, right? The fear of God, the fear of trying to trust God, but you're worrying about what's going to happen. Or you're worrying about, I don't know my future. I'm worrying about these bills that need to get paid right now. But God, you're telling me to trust you. But how do I trust you when this is happening? And I keep praying, telling you, God, I need you right now. I need you right now. And I guess you're hearing me. I'm not sure if you're hearing me, but how do I continue? And this is how we get to the topic for today. It's all part of the journey. And a lot of times when we go through things in life, we start to worry, right? If we don't see if we don't see results, if we don't see our prayers getting answered, if we're taking this step by step process and we don't see the light starting to come from this pathway, or we don't see goodness or happiness starting to come from this pathway, we start to worry, right? We start to develop fear. We start to develop not being able to trust God. We trusted him, but at the same time, when we're not seeing the results, so we're not seeing things coming to the light, then we're starting to worry. We're starting to lose our trust that we had, but at the same time, we're not seeing results. So therefore, we're starting to lose it, right? We're starting to worry. We're starting to try to develop our next move by ourselves and stop looking to God for our next move. We're taking the path that He laid for us because now, as we take our as we go down this path and it's taking longer for things to develop, we start to get scared because our bills. We start to get scared because we're losing people in the process. We start to get scared because we don't understand why these things are happening in our life. And again, like I said on other episodes, God says, trust me. He's never late. He's always on time. And sometimes he will see how much do you trust me as your God? How much can you lose before you turn your back on me? Or are you going to trust me through it all? Right? Are you going to trust me through it all? Because I know he knows your situation, he knows my situation, he knows everybody else that's praying to him and has a relationship with him. He knows their situation as well. So he's saying, if you trust me as your God, if you trust me as I breathe life into you, if you trust me as I brought you onto this earth for a reason, I have a purpose for you. If you trust me like you say you do, why are you worrying? Why are you doubting me? Why are you questioning the things that I'm doing? If you say you trust me, if you trust me, that means whatever happens in your life, you're going to get through it and you're going to understand it's all part of the journey. Because if you trust me, you know that I'm going to create the best path for you to take. I'm not going to put things in your pathway that's going to distract you. I'm putting things in your pathway that's going to keep moving you forward. That's going to keep putting you in a positive direction. That's going to keep putting the right people in your life. At the same time, remember, it's your decision, but at the same time, don't question the things that I'm doing and trust what I'm doing to make your life better. And sometimes it got to get ugly to get beautiful, right? Sometimes we got to go down some bumpy roads to get back on smooth surfaces. Sometimes, again, things have to get ugly. Sometimes we have to lose ourselves because we need to lose that part of us that we didn't need. We have to lose ourselves sometimes because we're losing the part of us that we didn't need, and we didn't know how to take it away with the version that we had. We didn't know how to take it away with the version that we have now. So we had to lose ourselves so we could lose that part. So when we come back, we're not bringing that with us. We're not bringing that baggage. We're not bringing that hate. We're not bringing that worry. We're not bringing that frustration at God or at anybody else in our life. And we're bringing trust. I'm not worrying no more of the pathway that you gave me. I'm not worrying no more what's ahead of me. I'm not worrying why it's taking so long to find the light. I'm not worrying. I'm just walking down this path. And whatever happens, whatever road, whatever path, distractions come my way along this path, I'm going to get through this. 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 Because my trust is never going to waver from God, regardless of how I feel. And when I feel like the world is starting to distract me more, I'm going to start praying harder. When I feel like the world is starting to distract me more, or when they're tempting me in this direction, I'm gonna keep being tempted to find my Bible. I'm gonna keep being tempted to find people that I need in my life that can put me back on the path that I need with God. That's not gonna lead me down temptation, but that's gonna lead me closer to God. Do you get what I'm saying? We can be tempted, right? When we get tempted, we need to tempt ourselves again to go down the right path. We need to tempt ourselves. Oh man, I'm getting tempted by the world. Let me tempt myself to read this Bible. Let me tempt myself to go fellowship with this person, because I know if I fellowship with this person, they're going to remind me that when I start being tempted by the world, you need to be tempted by God and come back to him. When you start to get tempted by the world, you need to get tempted in that Bible. When you get tempted by the world, you need to get tempted in your walk. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's not about you being tempted. It's about the direction that you're going in. You need to change your direction. And like I was just saying, sometimes we need to lose ourselves to find ourselves, because we need to lose that piece of us that's distracting and hurting us and making us lose faith in God. Right? So we're all developing human beings. We're all developing sons and daughters in this world. We're all developing man and woman in this world. It's our job to continue our journey, continue our path, and continue our life, right? But it's up to you on how you continue that route. Are you going to continue your route and continue your path under God? Or are you going to continue your path under the world? Are you going to continue your path in doubt and worry? Or are you going to continue your doubt and trust, right? How do you want to continue your life? The decision is yours. And I need you and me too to make the right decision for our life, the right decision for our future, the right decision for our family, right? Because, again, like I said before, the impact that you make in this world, it's not just for yourself. It affects you, but it affects the people around you. It affects the people that look up to you. It affects the people that see you, but they see that good gesture that you did, or that positive thing that you did in a moment, or while you was out, and they don't even know you, but no, they changed because they saw that. Do you get what I'm saying? The impact that all of us can make, just because we don't see the impact that we're making, because it's not to ourselves, but we can be making that impact to somebody else. That could be the purpose. But you're so focused on your purpose and how you're supposed to be maneuvering and where's the light and where is this. But your purpose might have been making impacts in other people's life. So your impact in your life is going to come later, but the impact that you're making is coming now. And what I mean by that is the impact that you're making in everybody else's life, they're seeing that as you are on your walk with God. So just because you have not completed your walk with God and you're still on it, you're trying to find out, okay, how am I making an impact, or how is this bettering me? But you're making an impact in everybody else that's seeing you on your walk with God. But you're so focused on yourself that you're not focused on the impact that you're making in all these other places. Right? So we have to continue to understand that this is bigger than me and you. This is bigger than me and you. Like, although that we want success, although that we want a better life for ourselves, although that we want to be happy, although that we want to be successful in every single way, yes, let's continue to push that. But understand that it's bigger than me and you. It's bigger than this race. It's bigger than all this racism that's out here in this world. It's bigger than all of this. Like people are so distracted on things and people of the world that our mentality has got so far distracted and so far left that people don't understand the impact that we can be making towards this world, how we can be changing this world, how we can be developing as human beings, how we can be making changes in our lives. The like if we just got together, right? Because a lot of people know, a lot of people know that united, we are so strong. We are so strong. When we come together, we are so strong. We are so powerful. When you help one another, you are so powerful. When two or more are gathered, God's presence is in the atmosphere. Do you not? Do we not understand that? Do we not understand that when we come together, we're stronger? We're stronger. If you need to lift something up and it's heavy, the more people that you get to lift it up, it's going to be easier to lift up. Do you guys get what I'm saying? The more we come together, the stronger we are. So just imagine if we all came together on our walk. We all came together to praise God. We all came together to be a better versions of ourselves. Is that gonna happen? We can keep praying on it. But the way the world's set up and how we have our own decision and how we have to make the decision to do better, make the decision to take our walk with God, make the decision to do all these other things. eh, it's going to be a little harder walk. But at the same time, I want the people that want to make an impact and stop worrying about you and worry about what you're doing for God. Because God is always going to see the bigger picture, right? God sees the bigger picture. He knows when you came on this earth. He knows when you're going to leave this earth. He knows how you're going to leave this earth. He knows the distractions that are going to come tempt you. He knows the path that you're going to take. He knows how many times you're going to fall off that path. You have to just trust God, right? Trust Him. Pray, all right? I'm not perfect, and I just feel like I have some wisdom and I have some motivation. I have the things that God puts on my heart, but I'm not perfect at all, and I still struggle with a lot of things. And sometimes I can contradict myself because I say things and it's like, okay, that sounds good, but as soon as you got off this camera, you went and did this. So why are you contradicting, or why are your actions contradicting what you're saying? So I have things that I have to work on myself. I'm not perfect. And that's why I try to get on this podcast to say I'm not perfect at all. I'm still working on myself. I'm still developing, but that's that's what I was getting at. Maybe through my developing stage, my impact is not just supposed to be on myself, it's supposed to impact other people. So they can see, look, I'm not doing everything I need to do. I have failed countless times. I'm still struggling. I'm still trying to get better. I'm still developing in areas that I need to work on. I'm still trying to rekindle lost relationships. I'm still trying to build relationships. So therefore, I'm not perfect. I know you're not perfect, but let's get better together. Right? It's a step-by-step process. Right? It's a step-by-step process, and we're supposed to enjoy the journey. We're supposed to enjoy this journey. Through the pain, through the hurt, through the smiles, through the good, through the bad, through the happy, through the best moments of our life. We're supposed to enjoy this with no worry, with no doubt, and trust God through it all. And whatever in the path that He takes for us, or the path that He gives us, we're not supposed to worry down that path. Just walk and trust. Walk and trust. It can be dark sometimes. It might be the happiest moments of your life sometimes. It might be the worst moments of your life sometimes. Continue to walk. As long as you got your legs, as long as you got your feet, as long as you can pray, keep on walking. Keep on walking and watch it get better. Watch it get better. Watch it get better. Because at that moment, you're going to say, oh, God, I just can't do it. I'm about to give up. I'm about to give up. God, I'm about to give up. That next step you take, you're going to find the light. Right? Because God knows how far that you can go, but He wants you to continue on that walk. So you might reach the point, God, I'm about to give up. I'm still walking. I'm still trusting you. I'm about to give up. I'm out of breath. I'm out of breath. That next step you take, you have found the light. It's always on time, but you have to continue to trust Him. You can tell God you tired. He knows you tired, but don't stop that walk. You are on your walk with God. You are on your walk to your success. You are on your walk to your happiness. You are on your walk to what you need and not what you want. But over time, what you need is going to become what you want. All right. So let's change our mindset. Let's continue to pray. Let's continue to get better and continue to develop as human beings and also sons and daughters of God and Christ. And let's just be better, right? This has been topic of discussion. Miles Berry, we out.